welcome to the Blue Corner. My name is Dennis, and it's time for my January 2025 pickups video right here in June. Yes, you heard me right here in June. And if you're a little confused as to why, go back and watch my last video, my how I'm collecting in 2025 plus channel update. You get a better picture of the full story right there. And I'm not gonna talk more about that in this video. But do remember to both hit the like on that one and of course this one. With that out of the way, let's go straight into it. As usual, we're gonna start off with the Blu-rays. Now, January wasn't a busy month for me when it came to pickups. They never are. It's always the month where I pick up the least. And again, I saved a bit of money this way. Spent that on other stuff. Again, channel update, yada yada yada. But the first Blu-ray I picked up was The Wild Robot. We don't get cartoons really on 4K here in Denmark, so Blu-ray it is. And I really enjoyed this one, actually way more than I thought I would. And regular house robot, I guess you can call it, lost in the woods, learning to cope with all the dangers, all the animals, having to help them, yada yada yada. Sweet, good, fun story, yada yada yada. You probably already seen it and know all this. It's a good story. That's what it's ends up with. And just the colors on this one. I have a 55-inch TV with Ambilight on the back. Just the Blu-ray alone, the colors, they really pop. So I can only imagine what the 4K looks like. This is one where I could see myself maybe getting the 4K down the line. I don't expect us to get it here in Denmark one way or another. So import it is, I guess. But for now, I have the Blu-ray. Really good cartoon, and I have no problems having it in the collection. Next up, a rare sight. A new Scott Adkins movie on Blu-ray, on physical media other than DVDs. yeah, it's hard to be a physical media collector and a fan of Scott Adkins these days. Not a lot of his movies come out on, well, you're even lucky if you get the DVD, and I'm simply not buying the DVDs. If they won't put out what I want, I'm not gonna support them, I guess, in this case. But in this case, we did get the Blu-ray, so of course, having that mindset, I'm buying the Blu-ray. Again, low budget Scott Adkins, not one of his best movies. It is taking place in a single location, pretty much an apartment where people are trying to kill him. He's a hitman, so there's not really that much martial arts. Well, there is some, but that's not the main focus of this movie. So, of course, him having to fight with all the people trying to kill him. Pretty regular story when it comes to these low-budget movies, and I'm here for it. I'm gonna pick up any Scott Adkins movie that we do get on Blu-ray or 4K. Hopefully this isn't the last one. So yeah, take cover. This is a Nordic release. Denmark, Norway, Sweden and Finland. And I do believe Germany have since gotten it, but it's not out on Blu-ray that many places. So for once, the Nordic countries are a little ahead of the rest of the world. Yeah. Next, speaking of Germany, out of Germany, I picked up Night Vision with Fred Williams and Cynthia Rothrock, and it is Cynthia that's listed first on the cover here, but it is a Fred Williams movie. She's the second lead, as she is in quite a few of her earlier movies. Serial killer on the loose. Fred and Cynthia have to catch him. The regular, typical 80s, 90s, low budget story. This was a first time watch. I enjoyed it. It's not one I'm rushing back to anytime soon, but it's not going anywhere soon. It's staying in the collection. It's Cynthia. I'm picking up whatever we get with her in it, apparently. So yeah, Night Vision. And I might even upgrade if we do get a 88 or Eureka Vinegar Syndrome or whatnot edition. I do have my gripes with the German releases, and I've talked about that before, so yeah, that's not gonna be the topic here. From Vulgar USA, America, I did pick up a Legend, Jackie Chan. I don't normally pick up many newer Jackie Chan movies. I picked this one up because this is the sequel to one of his other movies called The Myth, which I enjoyed. The Myth. I quite enjoyed that one. So of course, being a sequel, I decided to pick this one up. Sadly, this does not hold a candle to the first one, which isn't really that great to begin with. Mainly because when you see Jackie Chan, he's on the front. He's the first person you see, but he's not. I almost don't want to call him the lead in this movie. He's more of a background player throughout a big deal of the movie, and then he gets a fight scene or two at the end. It's hard seeing your heroes grow old. This isn't the Jackie Chan of old, which is the main focus why I don't pick up nearly as many of his newer movies as I used to. Yeah, plus a lot of these Jackie Chan movies do have a lot of bad CGI. I don't... Jet Li doesn't really make any movies anymore. Donnie Yen is still rather active, but you don't really see this big amount of CGI in Donnie Yen's movies. I bet it's there, but it's not nearly as obvious as it is in a lot of the Jackie Chan movies. So that just puts me off. Yeah, A Legend, not that great. Even though that he stated that he wants to make a third one too, so I guess time will tell if I get that one or not. Yeah, A Legend. Back to the UK, from Eureka, I picked up Running on Karma, starring Andy Lau, Johnny To, directed. A film by Johnny To and White Cafe. So, did he even directed by Johnny To? Yeah, okay. So, Andy Lau, Johnny To, without a doubt a winning combo. Enough for me to pick it up just by that. This was a first time watch. The trailer did look a bit silly when I saw that. Andy Lau in this big bodybuilding rubber suit. It looked silly, and yes, I did have a laugh or two of him. The movie is him being a former monk turning bodybuilder slash stripper. Just by that, I bet you had a giggle or two. Monk to stripper. Yeah, it is what it is. But it does really have a great story. It delves deep into faith, really. Andy Lau does have the ability to see how people died in the past lives, and if you were a bad person in your previous life, you're gonna have a bad death in your current life. And I don't need to go further into that. But if you're a fan of Johnny Toe, Andy Lau, check out the trailer. And maybe not check out the trailer, buy the movie and watch it. It is a really good movie, and I really enjoyed it. You see, you can read the synopsis here. I'm not gonna go further into it than that. So yeah, pause the video, read, check it out if you can, and thank me later. Next up, the last Blu-ray of this update, I picked up Shaw Brothers Volume 5 from Shout Studios. Keep calling them Shout Factory, then Shout Studios. 11 movies, and I picked this one up. I pre-ordered this before it was even out, and like I said, it came out in January. We're in June now, and I haven't seen a single one of these movies. I don't know what it is. When 88 puts out a single movie release of a Shaw Brothers, I watch it pretty much right away, within a few days or two when I get it. These box sets just gets put in the shelf and almost forget about them. I don't know if it's just the amount of movies that, I don't want to say scares me off getting started, whatnot. I've said it before, I'm a massive Hong Kong action fan, and my preferred movies are 80s, 90s Hong Kong action movies. Bloodshed, martial arts, girls with guns, that stuff. All this Shaw Brothers is relative new to me. I never grew up with Shaw Brothers, so while I do enjoy quite a few of them, there's equally as many where I'm just so I don't know why. I just can't start with take a movie and put it in, start watching, and hopefully enjoy them. But enough of that. Let's see. The Silent Swordsman and Rape of the Sword. Sure, why not? The Fastest Sword, Twin Blades of Doom. They look very old. I don't know how early Shaw Brothers this is, but the artwork sure doesn't hype them all that much to me. 12 Deadly Coins, Vengeance is a Golden Blade. Let's see, A Taste of Cold Steel and the Iron Buddha. The Jade-Faced Assassin, Mission Impossible. I'm guessing Tom Cruise isn't in that one. And then finally, six Assassins, single movie release in that one. So 11 Shaw Brothers movies that I haven't watched, and that's gonna severely put down my complete watch month ranking percentage down quite a bit. So yeah, Shaw Brothers. Let's just continue to the 4K titles. First, from Arrow, I picked up Inglourious Basterds. Again, I did have the Studio 4K release that I never got around to watching. I heard all the bad stuff that was said about the transfer, so I never got around to it. I did watch this one, and I did like the transfer. I do love the movie. It's not my favorite Tarantino movie, but it's up there. So I guess Arrow got the best of me. I'm a sucker when it comes to Arrow. Let's see. And There's a bunch of special features on this one that wasn't on the studio release, and I'm not even that big into special features. And of course, booklet. But it's an Arrow release, and again, I'm a sucker for Arrow, so... Oh, there's more. There's a poster. And, oh, there's more. A coaster. Poster and a coaster and a booklet. So, yeah, a little goodies for the release. Enjoy the movie. And I'm pretty sure, like I said, you know this movie. I don't need to go into it. Next up, from Vinegar Syndrome, America, VSU, number 11. Picked up Virtuosity. Oh, don't drop it. I talked about it in my channel update video, not falling for the numbered spines nearly as much anymore. But the VSU line, heck yeah, I'm collecting that. I freaking love the movies that they pick for this line. I have them all. I am missing the first one in the big box edition. I do only have a slip-covered version. I was a little late to the game on that one. But I'm picking these VSU up pretty much day one. Every single time they put one out. Virtuosity. Cheesy. Bad CGI. Action movie. And again, I'm all here for it. Booklet. If you haven't figured it out yet, the So Bad It's Good term covers quite a few of the movies I normally pick up and love. So I don't know if this one falls into that just yet. It is a little higher budget than what I would normally put into that category. But I enjoyed it. It's a fun watch. I rewatched it not that long ago and was the first time I rewatched it pretty much since it came out. I remembered it had bad CGI back even when it came out. And I was a little scared going into it, rewatching it. And sure, there's still bad CGI. But I've seen way worse. If you don't know it. Denzel Washington, Russell Crowe. I enjoyed it. I had a fun time with it. And it is what it is. I like these kind of movies. So, yeah. Blu-ray 4K. And, of course, alternate artwork. Vinegar Syndrome isn't my favorite boutique label, but I do really like the box sets and slipcovers they make. Just this slipcover alone is way more sturdy than anything Shout Studios Scream Factory would do. So as much love as Scream Factory normally gets, I wish they would do slip covers like this. Yeah. Virtuosity 4K VSU number 11. The last 4K in this pickup video and pickup of the month is gonna be Pusher. This is a Danish trilogy, Danish release in 4K. This is put out by Nordic Films. This is the one and only 4K they've done as far as I remember. And I can put up the backside, but it's in Danish, so you probably can't read that. They do have English subtitles, so you can read that. Now, again, this is a Danish trilogy. It's a trilogy I've wanted on a higher format than DVD for quite a few years. This is one of my favorite Danish trilogies, or Danish movies, period. I do like do love the trilogy, but I'm not really it's not due to Nicholas Winding Refn. I don't care too much about a bunch of his other movies. I do love this one. And I said, this is a Danish release. The last we had was DVDs. Nordic films that put this one out don't do much physical media anymore. This is pretty much thanks to Nicholas that we got this. He oversaw it. He's the reason we got this in 4K. I don't like the artwork on it all that much though. It is just plain red with the title. Germany put out the movies on separate release Blu-rays way back. Australia put out a box set a few years back. I actually had that as my favorite release of the year. I did sell that when I picked this one up. That box set alone covered about 80% of what this cost me. As much as I've wanted a high format or higher resolution format of these movies for quite some time, of course I had to pick this one up. It is what it is. The artwork on the Australian box set was way better. It is what it is. That was Blu-ray only. This is 4K. Granted, the movies themselves were recorded on 16mm, which isn't the best for 4K releases, but the movies themselves do look great. They do have a gritty feel to them. I don't want to say grindhouse, but it is shot with handheld cameras. You do see shaky cam here and there. It is quite a few years since these movies were made, so yeah. If you're not from Denmark, technically I've seen several American people like it quite a bit, but it does have a specific feel to it. And the movies themselves on 4K do look great. There's no HDR, there's no Dolby Vision. They did make a new Dolby Atmos soundtrack for the movies. There is a commentary track with Nicholas on the movies. Overall, it is a great box set. Not including the artwork, really. There is, of course, the Pusher movies themselves in here. It is these Digipack releases again. Not much to them. Pusher 2. Just the 4K disc. No Blu-rays anywhere to be found in this set. Pusher 3. And then we do have a booklet. We do have another documentary included, Gambler. This is with Nicholas Winding Refn and his business partner and wife included in this documentary. Like I said, I love this trilogy. I'm not a big Nicholas Winding Refn fan, so I've never really looked that deep into the movies. I don't know, it just never occurred to me. This one gave me some insights to the trilogy that I did not know at all. At all. Pusher 1, massive success. Nicholas's second film, Bleeder, which I would have loved to be included in 4K in this box set, does star Kim Bodnia too, that was in Pusher 1. And then Nicholas and his partner went on to make Fear X, starring John Turturro, I think it was. Complete bomb. Bankrupted Nicholas and his partner and the company, put them in massive debt. So due to that, Pusher 2 and 3 pretty much just got made to bail them out of the debt. Pusher 2 paid off the debt with them not really making any money. Pusher 3 actually earned the money that they could put into the company and make more movies. That I was just, whoa. If they hadn't bombed with Fear X, we might never have gotten Pusher 2 and 3. Granted, Pusher 3 is my least favorite of the bunch, but I freaking love Pusher 2. I might actually say that's my favorite of the bunch. So that was, whoa. Yeah, that was quite the story to see. So yeah, Gambler documentary. Now the quality of this one wasn't that great. It is 4K, but the quality on both picture and sound was not that great. I wouldn't be surprised if this was a straight DVD upscale. It is what it is. It's a documentary. I've seen it. Not one I'm going back to nearly that much as the original trilogy. Then you do have 3 other movies included in the box set, which has absolutely nothing to do with Nicholas Winding Refn. These are 3 movies shot, recorded back in the 60s. They are black and white. They are 4K. It's a group. I've never heard of these movies before. I haven't looked into it, but what it seems like to me is that it is a group of friends got together, made up these stories and shot them. And I guess Nicholas took inspiration for the Pusher trilogy from these movies. That's what I've heard. Again, I haven't looked that deeply into it. Again, I've never seen them before. I have watched them, and they are okay movies. But again, it's gonna be the Pusher movies I go back to in this box set. These 3 movies are 3 separate crime stories about drinking, prostitution, crime, stuff like that. They are 3 separate stories, but they all 3 pretty much ends up the same way. So that's all I'm gonna say. So, yeah, Pusher, thick box set, well worth the money to me. Especially, or I would have paid that just for the 3 Pusher movies. And now that I've seen it, Gambler, if they had just put those 4 movies, I would still have bought it. So yeah, that's it. My January collection. So let's see, what have I watched? Wild Robot, seen it. Take Cover, seen it. Night Vision, seen it. A Legend, seen it. Running on Karma, seen it. Shaw Brothers, 11 movies, haven't seen. Oh boy, still need to get around to those. Inglourious Bastards, seen it, love it. Virtuosity, seen it, love it. And of course, Bleeder, seen all 7 in this box set. So let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 23 movies. And 11 I haven't seen. Ooh, what's that? 58, 60%. My math is probably way off here. But I will have percentage titles, whatnot listed here. So not a 100% month, but I'm getting there. With that, let's continue to next video. And until then, thanks for watching. Peace out.